Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to today's video. I really hope you've been enjoying my channel. If so, please hit subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest content. So is running bad for you? I've heard this question loads of times, and I've heard and read lots of advice that says yes, running is bad for you and you shouldn't do it. This advice is usually given out with no assessment of an individual and is usually based on the preference of the person who is giving the advice. Before we come to an answer, let's break this down a little bit. Running is something we're designed to do. So why do so many people label it as bad? Quite often, the reason is that they have developed an injury which has come on as a result of running. There are loads of reasons that this can happen, so let's focus on a couple. The first one is that someone who is ordinarily sedentary has decided to get fit. And instead of going through a measured approach of building layers of fitness steadily, go out and do multiple runs, progressing the speed and duration far too quickly, and end up with calf issues, knee issues, back issues, shin splints, sometimes more than one of these symptoms, and naturally blame running as the result of their injuries, when in fact it's more to do with being sedentary for so long and then pushing their body beyond its capabilities at that point. Remember, you must build the layers of fitness first. Injuries can also occur when someone has become one side dominant. The manner in which we work is so often repetitive. For example, lots of people spend hours a day sat down. Or if you're doing a manual job, you find yourself lifting things on one side in a similar way, week in, week out, that create imbalances. All of a sudden, you think to yourself, you know what, I fancy a challenge. I'm gonna go train for a half marathon. Having done very little in the way of running, and 5 weeks later, bang, your knee hurts. Was it running? What has likely happened is that you already have an existing weakness around your knee, and the amount of force put through the joint while running, roughly 5 times the person's body weight each rep, and running being the highly repetitive exercise that it is, has found that weakness. There is also a corner of the fitness industry that say you don't need to run for your cardio or for your fat loss because you can do that using weights, which is true, as you simply need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, and you can design a program in such a way that you will work your cardiovascular system as well. And yes, weight training while being on a calorie deficit does mean that you lose less muscle tissue than you otherwise would. But I personally don't see why one cannot complement the other. You can definitely have running as part of your weekly routine, but I would always recommend you do some sort of strength work to help keep your joints more robust for the repetitive nature of running. I guess, like in many of my videos, the take-home point is if the progressions are made sensibly, that running is not bad for you. That's it for now. Thanks again for watching. Please hit subscribe and I'll see you guys next time.